Really, Elliot? Third video on your entire channel and you're already resorting to clickbaity titles? Yes, I am. You need 4,000 watch hours to monetize the channel. I'm at like 1,000. What do you want from me? You gotta do what you gotta do, all right? Let me tell you how to get more followers on Instagram as a graphic designer while also having fun and also feeling stress. A big thank you to Readymag for sponsoring today's video. Stick around to the end to find out how you can get a sweet discount on your first studio plan. So essentially, I started my page around 2.5 years ago. I was posting as a way to make personal work, I guess, to chuck onto a portfolio. I didn't go to design school or anything. Essentially, I gave myself this little ultimatum. I said, like, either you go to design school for 3 years and you leave with like an internship or a junior role, something like that, or you do it yourself for 3 years and you do a little bit of work on the side. I had a job at the time. I was selling phones and, I lived at home and I was kind of just like, I'll try and go the self-taught way. And then I decided to start posting on Instagram, essentially as a way to go down that path. A lot of people tell you when you want to fill up your portfolio, if you have hardly any clients, is to chuck in, if the Mario Brothers were a movie business, make a business card out of them and chuck it in your portfolio, that kind of stuff, like creating your own projects and all that. And I thought, why not do that on Instagram? Now, I didn't realize there was a design community on Instagram until pretty much when I started posting. And I found this one account by the name of Harry Vincent, who a lot of you might have seen before on Instagram. And Harry's a huge idol of mine, always has been since I started the page. And what I loved most about Harry's work is that he would always post with a little bit of red, right? There was a little touch of red in every design. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to take yellow and just do it with yellow. And I was like, that's going to be my thing. Let's start. I'm just going to make things. Yeah, we'll just see. I'll see if it makes me any better at graphic design. My second post blew up pretty much. It was a set of business cards that I'd made, an honest business cards that was saying things like, I don't have a degree, I hope that's okay. YouTube is my teacher, stuff like that. Instagram loved it. Reddit hated it. In January of 2020, I hit 10K followers, which was huge. You get the swipe up link, massive, obviously that's the time where you should start selling prints and stickers and all that stuff. Obviously that right then is the time you should do it. Definitely not a year and a half later and then still not having done it like I've done. We'll get to it eventually. Why don't we start with, why should you post on Instagram? Great question. Let's answer it. My favorite part about posting on Instagram is that I know that my design work that usually only gets shown to clients or my inner circle and stuff like that, the people that I choose to show it to on my portfolio, website, whatever, my work is going to be seen on a global scale. And that's really cool. I also think a lot of people consider graphic design to be very much a client-based thing. Yeah, it's like when you are designing, you are doing it for something, you're doing it for someone, it is serving a purpose. But I think that's boring, yeah? I was never a good painter, I was never a good drawer, but I was always a good graphic designer, and I wanted to use those skills to make art of some sort, right? Just like all the other creatives on Instagram. And I think a lot of people underestimate how fun and how exciting graphic design is when you treat it as art and when you're really expressing yourself and expressing how you feel through it on the platform. I think that just develops like a new appreciation for your own work, right? You really start experimenting and you listen to your audience and you see what people like and you see what you like when you make it. I also find that my biggest clients have come through Instagram. Now, this is mainly because I've built my career on Instagram, pretty much. But I've noticed it with a lot of other big designers is that like the real cool clients out there will come to you through Instagram. I've worked for Linktree, I've worked for other places that I can't remember right now, but I've had some cool clients thanks to the page. And it's been a lot of fun. And also, and I think this is a hugely underrated thing, right? Is that when people message you on Instagram or message it on your email through Instagram, a lot of the time, those clients are gonna be looking for you. They're not looking for a graphic designer. They want you and your style to make work for them. And I've found the best clients that come through Instagram purely because of that. If you find that your audience really resonates with your work and they resonate with you as a person, if you're kind of presenting yourself and you're on your stories, kind of chatting with your audience and really treating it as like an audience kind of artist creator relationship, you can change to other platforms as well, right? There is no way that this YouTube channel would have kicked off as much as it kind of did 2 videos in without my Instagram page, yeah? It pretty much means that you're never gonna start another platform at 0. So if you wanna start Twitch streaming like I didn't start at 0. TikTok, people find me on TikTok and they're like, oh, you're that Elliot is cool guy, ha 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 ha. Patreon even, a heap of people have come from Patreon from my Instagram page and from Twitch and everything, and it all kind of comes together. But none of these platforms would have been able to start without my Instagram page. So I think that it's a really good way at kind of this multi-platform marketing kind of stuff if we want to put it in business terms. But you're probably wondering, Elliot, this sounds like the best thing ever. This is a dream. Oh my God, you must be so happy every day. You know that feeling you get as like a creator? If you've ever posted on Instagram before or any kind of social media platform, even here on YouTube, when you make something and it bombs, I guess, doesn't do too well, or you didn't get as many followers as you did yesterday as you did today, that feeling never goes away. And I really thought it would. Once you hit 100, like 100K is a pretty reasonable milestone as a graphic designer. Like I feel like you can hit that. I know a few other graphic designers with 100K, but I'm not gonna hit 1 million. The biggest design humor page, Designers Humor, has 700K. I mean, that's like a real stretch goal. If I can, topple the tyrant that is Designers Humor, that'd be wow. Wow, that'd be really fun. I would love to do that. Like I'm serious. You have no idea how much I'd love to take down that page. It's also just not a place to post creative work, right? Instagram was born. It was a photo sharing app. Yeah, that was the whole point. I remember in my youth, in my innocence, of posting a photo of my backyard and being like, nice, what a beautiful day it is outside, and getting like 5 likes, and I was like, yes, this is huge for me, go me. The CEO of Instagram, Mr. Masseri, came out himself and was like, this is a video sharing app now. This is no longer a photo sharing app, whatever. Which is awesome to hear as someone who posts static graphic design images and who doesn't know how to animate. Very good. But I found a way, I'm posting reels and stuff. I'm trying to adapt to the platform, but it's very much not a place to post design or creative work. But the audience is there. And people use Instagram and they use their save tab as a point of inspiration. Now, enough of all this positive, negative nonsense. Some of you would have skipped to this part of the video just to look at how many hashtags you need to put on a post, right? I know who you were. But I'm going to kind of break your heart a little bit if that's what you're looking for, because I still have no idea what to do with hashtags. It is one day I'll learn. I've stopped using them. But here are some of the best practices that I think have worked best for me when it comes to building an audience and especially building a community on Instagram. The first thing I would say, and I think this is the most important thing, right, is consistency. Yeah, whether you're posting every day, you're posting every week, you're posting every 2 weeks, every month, whatever it is, make sure that you're just kind of creating some sort of schedule. Yeah, I post every day at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I lock myself to that. 3 p.m. That's what I do. I make all of my posts on a Tuesday. I schedule them using Facebook Creator Studio, which if you are not using Facebook Creator Studio's Instagram side, if you're not using Facebook Creator Studio, I can highly recommend it. Like the stress of posting on time at 3 p.m. every single day in hopes that being more consistent will do better for the algorithm. Like the stress of all that absolutely destroyed as soon as I found out that you can schedule posts on Instagram. But consistency is key. Essentially what you're trying to do is you're teaching the algorithm what your content is, when you post it, when your audience wants to see it. It's just stuff like that, all that algorithm mumbo jumbo that I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm talking about truly, but it does work as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, really try and lock in some sort of schedule, but also don't put too much pressure on yourself for doing it. Let me tell you this, one day, if you miss a day, you'll come back the next day and you'll be like, oh, that wasn't bad at all. I can miss another day, no worries. So really try and take the pressure off of it. And if I didn't enjoy it, I would 100% stop. So this is very much a thing that if you're not enjoying it, you won't get anything out of it. So really try and explore your technique, your style, what you enjoy, and go for it that way. Next thing I would say is confidence. Okay, now confidence is an interesting one because I've seen it in a lot of people's bios and stuff. They're like, oh, I'm a graphic designer trying to make it on Instagram kind of vibe, right? And it's a bit unsure of their own style, a bit unsure of what they want to do. Yeah, if you're gonna post on Instagram, you got to convince someone that you're worth following and that your work is good. Yeah. Now, when people think of work being good or not, I think that your work is good if you enjoy it. Yeah, if you enjoyed the process of making it, if you had fun with it, you can confidently say that my work is good, right? Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Yeah, at the end of the day, design is very, very subjective, and a lot of people will disagree with me. But before you comment on it, I have nothing to prove it, but don't deny it. There is a subjectivity in design, okay? Very much so. Moving on. If you had fun doing it, then it's good, yeah? And if you can go into your page with that kind of confidence and you're posting and you've had fun with your work and you're telling people in your caption about this new technique that you just tried and how much fun it is and how you think everyone's going to enjoy it, then they will enjoy it, right? They'll feel that confidence and then they'll believe it's good. And that's what you want people to do, right? You want people to think, oh my God, this account here is worth following. They know what they're doing. I want to be inspired by their work, and that's really cool. So make sure when you're, presenting your work, you're presenting it like you would to a client. Yeah, this is like big, this is awesome, this is great, you love it, and all that kind of stuff. Now, in terms of what to post, a lot of people are like, oh, what works best? I think what I found worked best for me was combining two of my loves, right? So my love for graphic design and my love for comedy. And this was around lockdown era, the start of COVID. I really was trying to get some sort of performing back that I lost a lot when lockdown kind of happened in Sydney at least. And basically doing comedy stuff on Instagram felt like that, yeah? On my stories, I was performing in a way. I was doing some sort of joking around with my audience. I had the Twitch stream, etc., etc. So combining those two things, graphic design and comedy, really helped and also gave me great inspiration for what I should post. Other people find it best when there's just one word and you focus an entire poster around this one word or a quote or a phrase, whatever it is. As long as you enjoy the content matter and you can kind of take this one thing that you love with graphic design, you can combine them together. I find that's the way that you'll create some really unique work that people will look for, and also the one that you'll just have the most fun with. I think as well, being human on a platform that is very robotic is super important as well. People don't want to just follow the design, right? They want to follow you, the graphic designer. That's the whole point of Instagram. Yeah, it's not just a portfolio. It's you. It's your expression, your self-expression on an Instagram page through graphic design, right? So chuck your bloody face on your profile picture if you want. Chuck photos of you in a carousel slide through some photos. Graphic design images of you, right? Be present and be human, I think is such a big thing. But you don't want to fall into that kind of trap of being just another brand or just a portfolio page, right? You want to have a sense of personality on your page, and it will show through your work as well. So really, when you're writing those captions, don't think too much about it, just be yourself. When you're designing, don't think too much about it, just be yourself, yeah? You want your whole page to just be a kind of like an expression of you. Now, of course, the question of hashtags. Let's talk about hashtags, the best time to post and all that. Now, I don't think that there is a true answer to this. The algorithm is constantly changing because it's constantly learning from things and it's always morphing to whatever. But at the end of the day, right, Instagram is a business, and this is probably the golden rule to this, but what you want to do is you want to keep people on Instagram as long as possible. That's the whole thing. You want people to log onto Instagram, see your work, and then spend more time looking at your work, reading your caption, going to your profile, looking through your work, saving it, coming back to Instagram, looking at it later. You want them to spend as much time on Instagram as possible, yeah? Which sounds evil, to be honest. That sounds very evil. It's an evil platform at times. But I retract that statement as I acknowledge that I am an Instagram ambassador for Australia. What does that mean for me? I'm still figuring it out, but I got a cool hat for it. So when it comes to hashtags and the best time to post and all that, it's hard. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. Like I said, consistency is probably the most important thing. If you're going to use no hashtags, don't use hashtags. If you're going to use 30 hashtags, use 30 hashtags. Make them different though. That's the thing. make sure they're not the same, Instagram will think you're spamming. Try not to experiment too much. Just know that consistency will pay off. I would recommend though, if you're just starting out, find an account that seems to be growing pretty quickly and gets a lot of engagement on their posts. Take their hashtags and just use them. No one's going to care if you stole their hashtags. And if they do, send them to me and let me talk to them, because I'm very intimidating online and in person. So I would say and I also, weird rule of thumb, I found this works for me as well. The bigger your account gets, the less hashtag you should get. Does that kind of make sense? I've stopped using hashtags entirely. I stopped them quite a while ago, and I've had better results, but that's mainly because I have enough followers now that the posts can kind of kick off themselves and they make it to the explore page anyway. But that's pretty much it. It's very much a stressful thing, Instagram, yeah? It can be a lot of fun. It can be not much fun at all. And if you're thinking of starting a page, to be honest, start it on TikTok. If you want a platform that will promote your work more than Instagram will, then TikTok is the go. I found a ridiculous amount of growth on TikTok in comparison to Instagram. I've only got like 15K on TikTok, but like how I got that was like one video took off. It got like 700,000 views and like 100,000 likes. I've never got more than 23,000 likes on Instagram, right? Which is just absurd to me that like there are other platforms that will, your work can go viral. I mean, you look at Instagram, and if you want something to go viral on Instagram, you're like a 1 in a million chance, right? It's got to be that one post that really just stood out and got shared a million times, right? But TikTok has that amazing ability for anyone to go viral, and I think it's super good if you're going to have that Instagram page, find a way to turn your content into video content, have that on TikTok, and then convert back to Instagram. So yeah, hopefully that's helped in some way or another. I've found it's been a lot of fun. I've been very grateful. I've had a lot of great opportunities that have come out of it, and it's been pretty cool so far. There's a lot of times where I look at the page and I'm like, oh, this has caused me a lot of stress over the years, but also a lot of fun. So I think give it a go. I would say 100% give it a go if you can, and it just helps you kind of find the fun in your work again, I would say, and make stuff that isn't just for clients. And that's pretty cool. This is definitely not the Bible to growing on Instagram. There are plenty of other videos for that. This is very much like from a graphic design perspective. I know there aren't too many graphic designers who post on YouTube about this kind of thing. So I thought I'd do my one video. I'm never making another video about this again. This is very much a design channel, not a algorithm channel. I'm going to hold myself to that. So hopefully that helped in one way or another. A big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Readymag. Readymag is a browser-based design tool that'll come in handy on all stages of developing clients' projects. It is an intuitive drag and drop editor. You can add whatever you need to your canvas, design whatever you want with whatever layout you prefer, and publish it online with just one click. You can forget about those silly layout limitations and pre-made blocks. Use all of your creative freedom and have some fun designing the web from scratch. You also get access to over 3,000 fonts. That's right, over 3,000 fonts, and you can fine-tune all of the typographic parameters, enabling you complete creative freedom to make something look exactly the way you want it to. And if you're a type designer out there or a client gives you a font, you can chuck those custom fonts right into your page as you wish. How cool is that? With Readymag, you can turn project pages into templates and reuse them in future to speed up your workflow. And if your client wants to check your project, publish it, add a password, and send them the direct link. Readymag also has an amazing collaboration feature, meaning that you can invite people to come over to your page and help you work on it, with all changes being uploaded and updated instantly right there in front of you. You can also create triggered multi-step motion graphics for your works, which is amazing as someone who has no idea how to animate and wouldn't even know where to begin when it comes to animating on the web. Readymag also offers a wide variety of flexible plans, so you can choose the perfect plan just for you, depending on the amount of website websites you need and the features that you might want. With Studio, you can create as many projects as you want and map up to 5 domains to your account. You can also invite up to 5 collaborators to your project and create something great. And as promised, with promo code Elliot, the first 50 users can try out the Studio plan for only $20. Check out the link in the description to find out more. And thanks again, Readymag, for being the first sponsor of the channel and for bringing you today's video. Thanks, Readymag. If you liked this video, then please leave a like. You leaving a like helps so much. Hit that like. And also, 25% of the people who watched them, the 2 videos that I've uploaded, were subscribed. Wow, 75% of people aren't subscribed. So if that isn't you, then feel free to smash that subscribe button and make sure you ring that bell if you want to get a notification. I think there's like 70 of you who have that on. And thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Of course, this video wouldn't be possible without the amazing Patreon supporters that I have, all of them here. You can join the Patreon if you want early access to this video and a whole bunch of other benefits. I can make a custom design for you. I can give you wallpapers. You got a Discord community. You got all this cool stuff right there at your fingertips. But yeah, very grateful for all these sweet Patreon people for their support. And you can check that in the link in the description. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming to my video. This is the 3rd video and the channel's growing well. Really happy and enjoying it a lot. So I appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you on the next video. Or on my Twitch stream. Last plug. Twitch stream, link in bio. Okay. See you later.